Content creators upload about 3.7 million videos every single day. That's about 720,000 hours of content. Have you ever wondered how much money it costs to film videos like this? From content creators like Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, Dude Perfect, Graham Stephan, I'm gonna break down every single cost involved in filming one of these videos. Hey guys, it's Andy Coleman. It can be really intimidating filming your first YouTube video. You don't have to go to film school to film a good quality video, but you do have to do a bunch of research to figure out exactly how to do it. So you basically have two options. You can film with your phone or you can film with a professional video camera. Now obviously there's gonna be a big difference when you film with your phone as compared to filming with a video camera. These video cameras are significantly better than filming with your phone. I spent a ton of time researching all the equipment that I wanted to buy before I bought it. I wanted to get the best bang for my buck. I also created a set that you see behind me right now, and this took me a little bit of time to build too. You don't have to have a Hollywood studio to have a halfway decent set. Use what you have and then just add some little items that add a little bit of flair. Just like that background lighting you see, like that floating globe over there, like that YouTube subscribe sign over there. There's a few items that you can add to make it look a little bit better and add a little personal touch to it. I'm gonna break down my entire list of all the items that I use to film all of these videos, everything that you see behind me, from the lighting to the audio equipment to the camera equipment to the props, everything that you see, I'm gonna break everything down right now. So the first item that I bought, and the most important item, was my camera. I bought the Panasonic Lumix S5. Now, I bought the original version before they came out with the Mark II, so I actually upgraded and bought the Mark II as well. I figured I would keep the original Panasonic Lumix S5 as a backup camera, or if I had to film B-roll, and the cost of this is $2,000. Now, that is just for the body alone, not including any lenses. The original Panasonic Lumix S5, that's about $1,600, and that includes the kit lens as well. So the total for both cameras was $3,700. Next up, and probably the second most important, is the lenses. You need a really good lens when you want to film a high quality video. So me, I'm still brand new. I only have two lenses right now. I have the Lumix 20mm to 60mm f3.5. That is the kit lens, and that's what comes with the original S5. That on its own is about $500. And then the lens that I'm actually filming with right now is the Sigma 35mm 1.4. Now, the 1.4 f aperture, that gives that blurred background effect that kind of makes me pop out of the scene a little bit. So if you're looking for lenses, look for the lowest aperture that you can afford. The lower the aperture, the cooler effect that it'll give, that will make you pop out, and it'll give it that cinematic effect. And you can get one of those for about $800. So in total for my lenses, I spent about $1,300. Next up is gonna be my audio equipment. The audio quality is gonna make or break your video. You do not want a video that has white noise or any kind of hissing or any kind of cracks and burbles and pops. You want crisp, clean, clear audio. And that's exactly what you hear right now, because I am using the Sennheiser MK416. This is a professional shotgun mic, and this could be had for about $1,000. Now I know this sounds like a lot of money, but it is incredibly worth it. To get this kind of audio sound for just $1,000, you're gonna be using this shotgun mic for about 10 plus years. These things last forever. If you don't want to get a fancy Sennheiser shotgun mic, you can opt for a Shure mic. Shure mics are really good too. I have the MV7. It's a really good podcasting mic. The only difference with this mic is it's going to be in frame as opposed to a shotgun mic, which you can keep out of frame, but you can buy the MV7 or the SM7B. They cost about $250 to buy, so if you're on a budget and you want to buy a really good high quality mic, you can buy one of these. Now, to make my shotgun mic work, I had to buy the Panasonic XLR adapter. This adapter attaches to the camera, and it allows this mic to be plugged directly into my camera. So I don't have to go and buy a recorder or a mixer, so I don't have to sync up the audio later on. It automatically syncs up, it plugs directly into my camera, and it automatically syncs the audio. Now, this is expensive. It's about $400 to buy, but well worth it. I also bought the DJI wireless lav mic, and I use that for things like recording on the go. It's a little lav mic that you can plug in to your camera or your phone, and and it's really handy if you don't want to use a shotgun mic. So the DJI is really handy. It's this little lav mic over here. You just pop it onto your shirt. It's super easy to use, just like this, and it'll give you crisp and clear audio. And then the receiver end is this little item right here, and it plugs into your phone or your camera. So the total for all the audio equipment I bought was about $2,000. Next up is gonna be your lighting equipment. So this is very important because if you have something that's too bright or too dark, it's not gonna give that feel that the audience gets when they have some kind of cinematic lighting, or they have perfect lighting that takes away the shadows from you and doesn't have too much overexposure. So I'm using a 3-tier lighting system, meaning I have one light overhead and I have 2 lights to the left and right of me. So to the left and right of me, I have the newer LED lighting panels. These cost about $280 for the set. And these are great because you can change them from 1% all the way up to 100%. And you can change the color spectrum as well. You can go from more of an orange light to a cooler white light as well. Now, for my overhead light, I had to buy a light stand. This was the newer heavy duty C stand, and this was about $190. I thought it was really important to buy a really good quality stand because I didn't want my overhead light falling down when I was in the middle of filming. So attached to that, I have the Godox SL60W. Now, this is a key light, and you can also change this from 0% all the way up to 100%, so you can have it as dim or as bright as you want. And this Godox was about $140. So I bought a newer softbox and I attached it to my Godox SL60W, and that was about $60. And last but not least, I bought a newer LED ring light. That was about $140. I don't really use that filming these videos, but if I'm on the go or if I'm in my living room or my kitchen or things like that, then I'll bust out that light and use that. And that's it for all the lighting equipment, and that comes to about $800 in total. So next up is my background items. I'm not gonna go into every single item that I bought for my background, for my set design, but I'll go through some of the major ones. So you could see all those cool LED lights behind me that is giving that glow effect, the purples and the oranges that you see. So for those, I bought the Philips Hue smart lights. They're these little glow boxes that you can put up anywhere you want. You plug them into the wall and you could change it to whatever color you want. For example, let's say I wanted a red and blue look. Look at that. All of a sudden now I have a red and blue look. I bought 4 of them, so I spent $200 on these lights. Next, I bought a few Philips Hue smart bulbs. Now these plug into that light fixture over there. They're a little bit brighter and they offer a little more flexibility. Those are about $60 each, and I have 3 of them, so I spent about $180 on those. I spent $85 on that moon lamp right there. It actually looks like it's floating in midair. That's because it is, because it uses magnets to propel itself up, so it actually doesn't touch anything and it spins around. And my other set piece that I bought is that subscribe sign right there, and that cost me about $80 as well. So all in all, with all of my major background items, I spent about $620 on all of those. Next up is gonna be my acoustic panels. Now, do you notice how you don't hear any kind of echo at all? Echo! Echo! You notice right now that you can't hear any kind of echo at all. I bought sound dampening acoustic panels from ATS. These cost about $85 a piece. I bought 6 of them and I placed them strategically around my set. Now I did spend about $500 total on all of this, but it was well worth the expense. Now next up, I'm gonna go through all of my accessories. First up is the Atomos Shinobi. This is an LED screen that I use for my camera just so I can see myself better, to see if I'm in frame or not, or how the colors look, or how the exposure looks. This was $300. I then bought a Samsung T7 2TB SSD hard drive to back up all of my videos on, because these videos are extremely big, and that was $140. Next up, I have my Gator arm. This is a boom arm that I bought. It was about $130, and this is what I connect my shotgun mic to, so this is why you don't see my shotgun mic, because I have it connected to a boom arm right now. I then bought an Elgato Camlink capture card. This was $100, and this is what I use to stream on Zoom if I want to connect my camera directly to my laptop. Then I bought a couple tripods. I got the Jollycon tripods. They're only $80 a piece, and I always use them when I'm filming, so I always have a backup one. I like to keep one of my tripods in the same exact position so I don't have to play around with it every time I open and close it. So I spent about $160 on both tripods. I then bought a mic suspension harness for my camera. I attach this to my camera so I can film on the go and use my shotgun mic. This was about $70. $70. Then I had to buy memory cards for my camera. I bought 2 of them and each one is 516 gigabytes. Each one of these cost $70, so I spent $140 on memory cards. Then I bought 2 backup batteries for my Lumix camera. Each one of these was $70, so I spent $140 on backup batteries. And then I got a newer rechargeable battery for my Shinobi Atmos. That was about $50, and you use that to power up your LED screen. So all in all, on all my accessories, I spent about $1,230 in total. And last but not least, I'm gonna go over some miscellaneous items that I didn't quite have a category for, but did add up to a pretty penny anyways. So I got a Mogami XLR mic cable. I spent $60 on this, and I didn't cheap out and get a really cheap XLR cable because if you're gonna spend $1,000 on a really nice Sennheiser shotgun mic, you might as well spend the money on a really nice XLR cable to make sure you don't get any kind of interference or static when you have your audio being recorded. Now, when I'm using my Shure SM7B microphone, I use a Triton inline mic preamp. This was about $70 and it boosts the audio volume when I'm using my Shure mic. I bought a camera backpack, which I'm gonna pop up on screen. This holds all of my camera equipment, and this comes in handy because I have a lot of equipment. Instead of having a box, I put it in this cool camera bag and it holds everything. And that was relatively cheap. It was only about $50. And then I bought a camera cleaning kit. This was about $35 and it comes in handy if you ever get anything on your camera lens. You can actually use this to clean off your lens. All in all, I spent about $425 on all my miscellaneous items. So in total, on all the items I bought to film this video that you're seeing right now, I spent about $10,575 in total. So that's everything that I spent to make this video and every other video that you're seeing of mine. Now, some of them do go overboard and buy $10,000 or $20,000 cameras, but for the most part, you can film extremely high quality videos with this equipment that I just listed. Now, if you're a brand new content creator or you just want to get into filming YouTube videos, you don't have to go this crazy and you don't have to spend this much money. I didn't want to have to use my phone to start filming videos, but you can. Trust me, it's better just to start filming content than doing nothing at all. Well guys, that's it. That's all the equipment that I bought to film all of these videos. I hope you guys really liked this video. I drop videos 3 times per week, Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment below, and I'll catch everybody in the next one. All right, that's pretty good.